Hello and welcome back to the SOMNIUM FILES nirvanA initiative, where last time around we met, well, one of the branches, one of the leaders of one of the branches of Nizalos, and then we went to this park and had another look through the crime scene in virtual reality, and now we're off to Sunfish Pocket, which I think we'll see for the first time in this game. So let's have a look if anything's changed. This is... Wait. Is this the one in the future? No, this is the one in the past, I'm pretty sure. We'll figure it out in a sec. You know, it definitely is in the past. So it shouldn't have been a lot of time past, shouldn't have changed too much. Yeah, looks mostly the same. The tables are out of wood now. I'm not quite sure they were before.
Ah, shit. Damn.
I'm gonna need to press something. Down! That's the one key I didn't have my hands near. I had one on sort of like control and one on the mouse. Yeah, okay. I mean, I've got plenty of time. Enter, okay. It would make sense if the time limit you had for each of those was lower and lower because you moved closer towards him. It might have been. I didn't realize if it was.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
Several people have called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail! That's why I accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said...
I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th, before you start preparing for the stream. Do not let anyone near the studio during this time. That includes you. All you need to do is keep the entrance unlocked. That's all. I'll pay you 5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
So me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Come to Class 3A at Sekiba High. You'll get your money there.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Sekiba High. Almost midnight.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
No way. It can't be.
Nothing to be done. Ryuki Chapter 2. February 12th, 10:15 at Ikume Shrine.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just... calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine. More importantly, can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along. You are technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
Okay, what do we have around here? A window. A student's desk. Nothing that might lead to a clue. Door. To the classroom. A blackboard. Nothing particularly suspicious about it. There's something... Oh, the chair.
Ryuki, can you not rub your face on it?
I'm not!
A student's chair. Nothing really of note. Kind of an interesting back here now. Okay. Let's look at the body then.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you hear me out?
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that... it has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad, the joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it! I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts! I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Okay?
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th. Right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here. Well, satisfied?
Is Tara the culprit?
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation, a false world created by a program.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible.
What about the security cameras at Sekiwa High?
I checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
And about the null message Tara sent Chimpei?
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Chimpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Chimpei.
Mm-hmm.
In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I have to talk to her.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll back you up until you're satisfied.
February 12th, 11:20.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Mamoru. Why the sunglasses?
These aren't sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
About this room.
As you know, this is the president's office at the NICE Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes. The flow of water cleanses one's heart, just like the flow of time.
Anything suspicious about Tokiko? Other than the usual?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
It's Mamoru, Tokiko's secretary and bodyguard. An absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. An office desk.
The symbol of NICE, the non-upal X. There are 4 unseen X's hidden within. They represent the truth of the world you live in. That is yet another meaning inside the non-upal X.
There's more than 4 though, but you do you. 4 unseen X's because you have like one at the top technically, like one on. Actually, you have way more than 4. You have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, you do have 9. Why 4? Lights hanging from the ceiling. Maybe 5 of the 9 are just supposed to be seen. Statue. Oops, houseplant. And a glass doll. Okay. Let's look at her first. Tokiko Shigure, president of NICE Japan. Okay. Do you know someone named Shinpei Wagai?
No, I don't.
Then do you know about Terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but...
I have absolutely no idea who it could be. I'm sorry I can't help you, but...
About Chikara's murder.
I know of the incident, of course. However...
Yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of NICE. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
Are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
It's a possibility.
And what would be my motive?
Well...
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and NICE are heading in completely different directions.
Perhaps NICE and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations. It is true that NICE and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Jin's right half didn't teleport.
I've solved the mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these things. And there are groups who profit by making people believe.
Mr. Ryuki, it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of NICE have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if NICE is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join NICE in it?
Is there? What do NICE and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever?
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A game that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
Yeah, I've played GTA.
An absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia. A dream world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
About Chikara's research on immortality.
I am aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie. By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier?
Yes, I remember all of what I said earlier.
Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not a cult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion. There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
The Swedish philosopher's claim.
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with 3 possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times. In which case, it would make sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
I get what she's saying. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself, kind of like a Matryoshka doll. Just so you know, I'm not saying I believe the simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect. The holographic principle?
Even light cannot escape a black hole. I'm sure you've heard this before. Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole. It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world. Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
Not quite sure I get that part. The processing speed problem?
Say this world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
Let me explain the double-slit experiment. We shoot a ray of light toward a board with two slits with a screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. Then what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? The light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? The light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device to see which slit the molecule went through. This caused the stripes to disappear and only two lines appeared on the screen. Isn't that interesting? When it's not being observed, they appear as waves, but as soon as you try to observe it, they appear as lines. This is the gist of the detection problem in molecular theory. Physics was my worst subject at school. I've heard of the experiment. I have no memory of it. I'm getting sleepy.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason. If I wish to do so, I can resurrect myself. We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles.
And what makes you think you'll be able to rewrite its code?
Like reincarnation, or even...
She's crazy. That's why she thinks she can rewrite the code.
bringing someone who has already passed back to life.
Has this woman lost it? Ryuki, you were right. There's clearly a lot of reasons to be suspicious of Tokiko.
Yeah. Let's check with Wingsync.
Yeah, I think nothing there will have changed. Yep. Wingsync.
I saw everything. If you don't do as I say, I'm sure you know where this is going.
What is this?
Looks like Tokiko is blackmailing someone.
What is it she saw?
I don't know. This is as far as we can get through Wingsync.
Then...
Yes, let's get a deeper look into her mind, using a regular sync.
And we're going to do that how? We just take her with us. Alright, sure.
Ryuki, just to confirm, you did get permission, right?
Yes, she accompanied me voluntarily and...
No, I meant from boss.
I haven't seen Boss. She wasn't in the control room.
It's fine. I'll be sure to talk to her later.
I don't think this is a good idea. Besides, you don't look so good, Ryuki.
I'm fine. So please, I need more leads to solve this case.
But you... Oh, fine. I'll help you for now, but I won't be held responsible. Deal? Look, Ryuki, please just don't cause any problems. You can only stay in Somnium for 6 minutes. I absolutely need you to follow this rule.
Yes, understood.
Okay then, let's begin.
Oh, okay. Just that room.
I wonder if this is the Nye's president's room. It's really white, though.
Let's make an acronym poem with the letters for NICE.
Where the hell is this coming from?
N.
Okay. N. Not that I know why.
A.
A. Angry.
I.
Incoming?
X.
Shingu River Ray.
Not that I know why. Angry incoming Shingu River Ray. The Shingu River Ray. Such a kind animal.
Angered by humans polluting waterways, I guess.
Somnium scan, activate!
Okay. The waterway. The window. Okay, the whole back wall. Stare into Tokiko's abyss. It seems like Tokiko was threatening someone. By peeking into her mind's abyss, you might discover something. I will attempt to do so.
This is such a quiet place. So empty and blank.
Maybe that's Tokiko's mental state. Pretty eccentric. Hopefully we can find something here.
Looks like we can only interact with that ripped up book.
Right. Let's investigate.